Up, my folks? I hope y'all are doing well. Letting trouble stretch out. Walk y'all through my land a little bit. But you know, it's been a rough week. My dad died last week, so I've been dealing with all that. So if I missed you guys or I didn't call you back or something, you probably should just call me back. There's been a lot going on with that. But I go in and I check my emails and all the shit. And it's funny, this morning, first thing I get a clip of a video, and it was from Canine Alpha Performance Athletes, or Canine Athletes. Y'all know who I'm talking about. And it's like, man, I made it clear this whole time that I'm breeding my dogs for top tier hog hunting and for top tier tournament hog hunting. That's what I want my dogs in. I want them in the top level of the best of the best. You know what I mean? So it's been clear this whole time. So there was a clip. I know it was a long time ago, they said, when it was said. I'm just really glad that nothing has, came of this, because like I told you guys, that's the type of shit that they're putting out, and then they'll make that clip and take it in front of a jury and use that against somebody, okay? And say, see, it's a well-known fact. You know what I mean? Because you got some jackass that doesn't know me, doesn't know any of the people he was speaking about. No one knows him. He's some clown. And, and then the other odd thing is, I don't know how y'all do it up there, man. But I know here he's claiming crip. Because really, I puppy police, I guess. But down here, man, calling the cops on somebody and reporting them and knowing the captain, first name basis and everything. And then setting somebody up without, just framing them basically. That would probably get you sent in a little plastic bag down the river somewhere around here. I don't know how they do it up there, but I've been friends with a lot of OGs, and I still am, and I know some pretty hard, I guess you'd call them hard gangbanging type dudes, and I don't think they would associate with anybody that was publicly going on there, calling the police and all that shit, regardless what the subject was. And as far as like him saying, oh, what he said about me and all them other guys, it's the dumbest, man. People don't even know shit about somebody, and they'll frame you up like that. Like I told you guys, that's what these people do. That's what they're doing. And if you stay following it, promoting it, that just speaks volumes. You know what I mean? A lot of people, man, y'all are just so hungry for knowledge, y'all listen to any old bullshit. And then you got these guys, and it's like this, man. It's not my job to report somebody if I know they're doing something illegal. That ain't no police. And could you imagine being a cop? If you had to be a cop and deal with those cops, they're probably like, look at this piece of shit. You know what I'm saying? Because, cops are fucking just the biggest gang. Got the most people, the most guns, most cars. They stick up for one another. You know what I'm saying? No matter what. And could you imagine being a cop and dealing with that? You know what I'm saying? I'm like, damn. I just don't get it. I just don't get it. Maybe it's different there. I don't know. I know here it ain't like that. You can't do that. I ain't even talking about being a gang. Just anybody. You can't call and set somebody up and get your fucking top knocked off. But whatever, man. I'm just glad it did. But like I told you, I haven't spoke on anything. I hadn't spoke on anything that happened in Georgia in a long time, because I was asked not to. I was asked just to keep quiet about it until this thing is resolved. But so I'm doing that. But now look, it's coming out with the punches being thrown again, and look who's allowing it and doing it. You know what I mean? That's what you got to look at. You got to look at the whole thing. I told you guys that's what this shit's about. There ain't real dog men on here. Them guys doing that. Like say one of you guys call me, okay? Straight up. If this is the law now, if you call me and you start talking about stuff that's illegal. I'm gonna tell you, don't talk like that to me, okay, on the phone. And then legally, I can't sell you nothing no more. If I already know what your intention is with a dog, I can't sell you nothing, okay? So, but if you're asking me advice, like your dog's sick or you're fucking up somehow, and you know, I'm gonna try to help you because I care about your dog. I don't want your dog to suffer in any way for no reason. You know what I'm saying? We're here about making the best dogs, but if, you know, somebody's doing something illegal, I can't scold them. It's none of my business. I don't know these motherfuckers. They could be lying, just talking tough. I mean, I'm not gonna waste my breath on bullshit, and I ain't gonna tell on them. It's none of my business. That's not my job either. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I don't care what God gave us dominion. Look at that buck, where that buck tore that damn thing up. He's still hitting that shit. But anyhow, you know, it's just none of my concern. My concern is making sure my dogs are taken care of. And when I know somebody's like that, see, I got little sitting spots to rest when I walk these dogs, but he's pulling me along. I ain't even hardly walking. But it's not my job to go on there and call Captain so-and-so and report this guy and ask people to report this guy for doing something wrong. What the fuck? You don't even know if the son of a bitch is doing nothing wrong. If you didn't see it, you don't know shit. That's why I try to tell you guys, all of these dogs, if people would understand that about these animals. If you didn't see it, you don't know, you know. Let me trash that motherfucker's foot. He must have been across here. Come on. But you know, and that's the real truth of the matter. You know what I mean? And it's just, I can't believe people do that and push that thing, and it floors me. It really does. You know. And I wanted to talk a little bit about like working a dog. He's on a cruiser right now. He'll be, you know, you got to be mindful of everything. You know, when these dogs are having to go on these hunts, like I don't know how things are going to work out now that my dad just passed away, but I was planning on taking him on a big hunt, and I want to have him in good shape. You know what I mean? But you also got to think about other things. You know, when you get a dog and you're doing everything right, you think you're doing everything right, and they're blowing hot on you, and they're, you know, not performing real good and real strong. Look at everything that can happen. If they catch parasite, it'll weaken them up, get their immunity. I mean, they'll go, you know, their blood count will get fucked up sometimes. You know what I mean? Ticks, you know, he got a tick, and I had to give him a few days off. He's, you know, pull that tick, I ran a little short cycle of doxycycline through him because, you know, anything like that will mess up their, you know, their blood count. So, and also think about their water. Remember, man, city water is full of chemicals. Man, you're making me go around. I was going to turn around, buddy. But, yeah, my back's starting to hurt. You better fucking take a shit. Quit holding it. But I'll take in, I use spring water, or I got a buddy of mine, I can go get jugs of spring water that doesn't have any of the chemicals in it. As far as we know, purify it, you know, run it through a filter, try to get all the metals out of it and all that. So that's the best way to do it, you know, as far as keeping their water pure. Because that city water will make a dog run hot too. I mean, because I have water that comes down the road, you know what I mean? It's city water, and it will. I mean, you can smell the chemicals in it, the bleach in it, all kind of shit. That shit's chemicals. Chemicals make dogs run hot, you know. So be mindful of all that shit, because it might not be the dog's fault. It might be something you're doing wrong. You know what I mean? Little things like that. And too many, I gotta watch for snakes too. And too many vitamins will make them bust hot. Don't be so heavy with the vitamins. People are asking what supplement, you know what I mean? I really, I'm kind of light on vitamins. You know, a lot of people ran the vitamins with high iron in it stuff, keep their dogs from running anemic. But I do a supplement that's got about everything in it. It's that little powder shit. I can't remember what it's called. Like natural something daily. And you just do it daily on their food. I think it's got the main 3 ingredients you want in one, you know. So that's what I've been giving him. And it's got iron in it as well. But I also do a lot of the feed, you know. Everyone goes about this dog food, that dog food, that dog. It's hard to say, you know. Don't want to swap them. That's the worst thing, you know. When you got to swap one when you're trying to get him in some shape, it's got buck scrapes everywhere. But it will you know, fuck with his stomach, shit like that. So, but any higher quality dog food you can use. I mean, just don't use junk. You know, and you can't make up, okay? You can't make up years of poor treatment in 6 or 8 weeks. Just know that. You know, it's a day from the time that thing, you get it, from the time you get him, you need to be preparing him. Don't give him shitty food. Get on up there. You gotta pull me up there. Come on, pull. Come on. Get up there. Fuck making myself walk. That's what he's for. I wouldn't walk this far on my own for nothing. But anyway, you know, you gotta prepare him from day one. You can't raise him up till he's 2 years old and he's you know, been raised poor and all that. And he's 6, 8 weeks, make him a super dog. It don't work that way, you know. They just don't have the muscle, the bone density. You know, you gotta take care of them good from birth. But a lot of people don't get that. You know, they won't take care of the dog until the dog proves something to them. Fuck that. You can give them all the same shake. Yeah, we got a snake bite a couple of days ago, last week. A jack dog got hit by a rattlesnake. And we got him hooked up. We got him stable, and then my partner took him down there and took him to the vet. I said whatever he was doing, just keep on doing it, and gave him some spray and some other kind of something or other to just help. But yeah, we took now all of the spot. It's horrible looking, man. I hope the dog heals up good about it, because he was a good, nice prospect, doing good. He was catching good. He was working good. Everything was great about him, and he gets hit, so now he's gonna have to heal up it. I'm sure he'll heal up all the way though. You know, I've seen a lot of dogs get hit by snakes, but this one has some juice to him, that's for sure. His whole damn leg swelled up. He got bit like on the foot. He must have been, only thing we can figure out is he was on this chain, and the snake was probably out there curled up on the outside of the chain, and he was swapping at it probably with his foot. You know what I'm saying? And somebody nailed him in his foot, because we never did find a dead snakes, and his foot's the only place we got bit. We're right on the edge, you know. So it is what it is, man. We saved his ass though, and that's another thing, you know. That's why I like my dogs to go to serious hunters, because they have everything that they need. You know what I mean? They don't play around. They're not just, you know, they know how to fix dogs up. They got the medicines that's required. You know what I mean? They're not scared to spend money on what they need to keep the dog healthy, and they already have it on hand. See, that's what a lot of guys don't understand. You can't go hunting with the dog and then need the medicine. You want to have everything together first, right there. some of that shit you want to give to him right after the hunt. I mean, especially if he gets hurt, right then. The faster you can get that shit going through him, the better it is, you know, because it don't take long to get them hurt. And exhaustion is another thing. If they're already exhausted, it's been a terrible hunt, and then they get hurt real bad. Well, then you got two things to deal with. You got to know how to deal with all that shit. And that's why, you know, more experienced hunters and all that is a good, that's why I kind of like them. Because you get a better outcome. Because them guys that can't really understand the concept of having all your shit together first, you know, it's hard on them to keep dogs, you know. A lot of times, man, I won't go hunting if I don't have everything. You know what I mean? If I think that it's going to be a situation where it might be a long, drawn-out hunt, and I ain't got what I need in case my dogs get fucked up, I'll just pass. You know what I'm saying? Because it's not worth it to me. But if I keep my bags full now. It's getting harder to get antibiotics. You know, you guys are going to understand it's going to get harder and harder and harder to get shit. I mean, it's all a master plan. But anyway, yeah, have your shit together when you go. I'm not tired of walking this motherfucker. I can't walk much more than this more, boy. I'm gonna get back to the truck with you. It's pretty through here. It's a pretty walk. I like walking in the woods much better. I don't have to deal with all them strays. We got tons of strays out. Get up there. He's looking good. Tuning on up. He's real close to where I want him. Yeah, I can't understand another dog man. Another dog man saying those things about people, especially legit good guys, you know, unless it was for a reason. And then, you know, I told you guys, man, there's a $5,000 reward if you can convince somebody that this man fighting dogs and he gets convicted. If you turned him in, there's a $5,000 reward. It's a bounty on that motherfucker. Think about that. Another damn straight. That's a big high one. So, my point is, man, you can't, you know, you guys pay attention to how it's getting spread, who's doing it, who's promoting the shit, and you'll get to the bottom of it, you know. I mean, guys that I just can't get down with it, man. Guys that are little rat bastards like that, I don't care. Really, man, it's nobody's business what somebody does with their dog. They just got overstepped a lot of shit lately, but they make these laws to suit, you know, like I said, special interest groups. That's fine. You stay in the fucking lines of the law now, and we figure out a sport and something we can do with the dogs legally and have fun, and they still kind of try to fuck you up. You know, it's just the way they're doing it for a reason. Just remember that. But anyway, folks, y'all take care. Y'all stay safe. Keep everything straight, and y'all keep on bulldogging.